Hello and welcome back to Coach Bill's Sports Show. Very special one today. You're gonna actually see a actual draft. This is one of my leagues. I've been part of this league for going on about 10 years now. So gonna see everything in action. Gonna be a fun time this morning. Draft should be starting here in about a minute. This league does have keepers, so I made myself a little cheat sheet for the keepers in the league. It's right here. So the keepers are Mahomes, Kelce, Eckler, McCaffrey, Herbert, Pittman, Jefferson, Kupp, which is mine. I get to keep him in the 5th. Akers and Chase. Little cheat sheet so that I don't forget and don't mess up, don't make mistakes. But we should be getting this draft started here soon, so we'll go through and do a little pick-by-pick analysis, kind of see how this all breaks out. With the keepers at hand, I'm expecting the first pick to be Jonathan Taylor. With McCaffrey gone, he's the only other running back that really should be a top pick. And away we go. So, we are now on the clock. Well, I'm not on the clock yet. I've got the number 8 pick in this Tim Team PPR style draft. Hopefully, we get moving here soon. Like I said, this shouldn't be a long decision. This shouldn't be a big decision. This should be Taylor. There is no question, concern, anything else about it. I'd almost put it at 100% Taylor. You could make a case for Dalvin Cook. You could make a case for Najee Harris or Derrick Henry, depending on who this person has as a keeper, so on and so forth. But when it's all said and done, it should be Jonathan Taylor. Without a doubt, it should be Jonathan Taylor. Man's Week 14 bye. ESPN has him projected at 347 picks, or 347 points. I think my projections were 337, so we're only about 10 points difference. So let's see, we'll go over here and we'll click on the picks so we can keep track of them. So like I said, Jonathan Taylor was the first one off the board. Next one up, Derrick Henry. Makes sense. I probably would have gone with Dalvin Cook personally, but Derrick Henry makes sense. I will be very surprised if Dalvin Cook, Najee Harris, or DeAndre Swift fall to me here. There goes Najee Harris. Christian McCaffrey was a keeper, but I don't remember if that was his first round keeper this year or if he still had him in the second. That one I got. Nope, it was a first round keeper for him this year. So the way we do our keepers is every year you can keep them for what you drafted them before the previous year, but if you keep them 2 years or more in a row, it gains a pick every year. So I got Cooper Kupp in the 5th last year, so I get to keep him in the 5th this year. I'm actually quite surprised that Dalvin Cook is still on the board at this point in time. Somebody took Joe Mixon over top of him. Not a bad pick. It's personal decisions. For me, Dalvin Cook is definitely above See, there goes Dalvin. Then we got DeAndre Swift, Alvin Kamara, Saquon, Aaron Jones. So I'm going with upside with this pick, and I think I'm going to go with DeAndre Swift. I need a strong running back to start off my draft with. Definitely need a strong running back to start off my draft with. I've had Swift in the past. He is a wonderful, solid running back. And that offense is looking good this year. It's been a little surprising in the preseason to see. My only concern with Swift has been the little nagging injuries that have happened in the past. But hopefully we can tag ourselves another solid running back on the way back around. Maybe Saquon or an Aaron Jones by chance. Especially since we have Cooper Kupp later in the draft. Now, if Davante Adams is there, might be a little bit tougher of a decision. Simply because Davante's that dude. He really is. You can't take Cooper Kupp. I'm done. So it's always fun when somebody messes up the draft, because now we got to back her on up. Because they picked a keeper. We're trying to get a better system in place so that this doesn't happen. But obviously, mistakes happen. Especially when you have... Why did it roll back to 8? Swift wasn't a keeper. Okay. All right, so he took Davante Adams. Then Leonard Fournette, interesting. I'd have gone Aaron Jones over Leonard Fournette, but Fournette's a solid piece. There we go. She went Fournette, Aaron Jones, solid 1-2 combination. Let's see what this one does. Does he go Saquon? Or does he take a wide receiver here? Javonte Williams, interesting. So that brings up the question: do I go Stephon Diggs? Do I go Deebo Samuels? Or do I go Saquon? I think because of the depth at wide receiver and the lack of depth at running back, I'm going to have to go running back here. So now I got my 2 starting running backs, Swift and Barkley. If I'm a betting man, actually I don't even know with how wild some of these guys are when it gets back, who it's going to get back to me with. So Deebo comes off the board next. Let's just see. I'm curious how he's building his team. Kamara and Deebo. That's a good one too. It's a good one too. Especially since he's got Justin Jefferson as well. So he's going to have Justin Jefferson, Deebo, and Kamara. That's a solid start. Solid start to himself. Got to make sure you stay hydrated. Always make sure you stay hydrated while you're drafting. While they're taking their time, if you look right here, you'll see that I have my Fantasy Pros connected. Let me just slide that over for you real quick. So right here, it shows me what the experts are saying. Personally, I will not take a quarterback. Just not going to happen. But lets me see what's going on, what they project, what they think, what they feel. Now we're just waiting on people to make picks so we can get back to ourselves. So. I'd be really happy if I could get Keenan Allen or T. Higgins on the way back around. Get a nice solid number 2 wide receiver to go with Cooper Kupp. I'm not high on CeeDee Lamb. Tyreek. Well, that doesn't matter now because they took CeeDee Lamb. That's fine. Tyreek. I go back and forth with Tyreek. Tyreek's either going to have one of those years where he makes people just look stupid because they were lower on him. And then he could also have one of those years where everybody looks like a genius that passed on him. I don't see a middle ground for Tyreek this year. And a lot of that comes from how the Dolphins are set up and how the Dolphins will play. Keenan Allen. Okay. So let's see. T. Higgins, Mike Evans, DJ Moore. Somewhere in that classification, maybe coming back around to me. Maybe even Courtland Sutton. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know I'm fairly high on Courtland Sutton this year. I will definitely be passing on Zeke after that injury. Travis Etienne would be nice on the route. Nice. Somebody else took Tyreek, so I don't have to worry about that. Pittman is a keeper. Somebody else took Zeke, so Another one I don't have to worry about. Oh, A.J. Brown's also still out there. Mark Andrews, Mike Evans are both still out there. So we're having to back it up again because somebody tried to steal Cooper Kupp from me. It's probably going to happen a couple times because he is a 5th round pick for me. We have another guy who was really smart and a lot smarter than me, unfortunately. You also can't take... is Mahomes his? Yeah. Mahomes was his 3rd round keeper, so that's who he's required to take in the 3rd round. Okay, so we're having to roll it back to pick 20. He's got to pick somebody other than Cooper Kupp. Austin Eckler, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Travis Kelce. Cam Akers is still on the board, but he's a keeper as well. So Akers, they drafted him in the 16th round last year. Jefferson got drafted as a rookie in the 16th round. Pittman got drafted as a rookie in the 16th round. All those are keepers in the 16th round, which is really nice for value for those folks. So this is the only downside of these style drafts is you have a lot of pauses, a lot of waiting time. Is what it is. Allows me to do a little bit more research, a little bit more fine-tuning while we're at it. So let's see who he picks at the end of the 2nd round. We know his 3rd round pick is going to be Mahomes. Let's see who he gets here at the end of the 2nd. Maybe based off who's there, it might be Mark Andrews. I would definitely not do James Conner. Yeah, I understand he was a touchdown machine last year, but T. Higgins, good choice, solid choice. Kind of wish he had fallen back to me, but hey, I understand. Patrick Mahomes was his keeper in the 3rd round, so I think this one's keeper's 3rd round, Kelce as well. So all right, now we're back on Josh Allen in the 3rd. Interesting. Personally, if you've watched any of my videos, you know I'm not taking a quarterback before the 6th round. There goes Mark Andrews. Okay. So we're definitely looking like we're in that DJ Moore, Mike Evans, A.J. Brown, Terry McLaurin range. I trust Mike Evans quarterback the most out of it, but I don't think he has the highest upside. This pick's going to be an interesting one. Third, fourth round picks are going to be interesting ones. They'll be. James Conner came off the board. I didn't think that was going to happen this early. So I am a Panthers fan. Do I go with DJ Moore because I'm a Panthers fan? It's the best quarterback he's had. But do I go with the known commodity and Mike Evans? Do I go with somebody I think is going to get peppered with targets and A.J. Brown? There's a lot of decisions here. Terry McLaurin, who's got a lot better of a deep threat quarterback this year. Wentz sucks at accuracy, except for deep throws for some reason. It's really wild. Kyle Pitts, interesting. Little tight end run here. Nick Chubb. All right. So that brings up a couple plays here. I think I'm gonna go with DJ Moore. He's underrated. He really is. I'm hoping Travis Etienne's back there for me when we come back around, but guess we got 5 picks to find out, right? DJ Moore is a wide receiver 2, real solid wide receiver 2 for me. Just really hoping Etienne comes back around for me. If I can grab Etienne in the 4th. Yeah, I figured it was either DJ or AJ for him after me. If I can grab Etienne or Mike Williams in the 4th, I will be very happy with how my team's progressing right here. Just got 3 more picks to go. Come on. So I think I would take Etienne over Mike Williams just because of the scarcity of the position. But man, I think Mike Williams is going to do some things this year. I really do. Okay, so Mike Evans, saw that kind of coming. I'm off on on Johnson this year. Is this Devontae? Yeah. Deontay Johnson. I'm off on Deontay Johnson this year. Okay, interesting. They went with Lamar in the 4th. Definitely wouldn't have done that, but it is what it is. So we've had some wide receivers come off we've had some tight ends come off the board early. We've had some quarterbacks come off the board early. So let's see. We got one more pick. Are we going to land Etienne? Do we get Mike Williams? I'm curious, where does ESPN have ETN? There you go, 49. So before he got hurt last year, Mike Williams was in the race with Cooper Kupp as the wide receiver 1 in the league. So while running back is scarce, there are some rookies that have been falling and might be able to snag. Plus, if I can group DJ Moore, Mike Williams, and Cooper Kupp as my 3 wide receivers. J.K. Dobbins. All right, so I get my choice of either. I think because of position scarcity, I'm going to go with ETN over Mike Williams. Yeah, let's go ETN. So if I can get Cooper Kupp's my next pick. Let me just go ahead and cue him up because that's my next one. It's nice having a keeper, especially like Cooper Kupp, that's a top 5 wide receiver in the 5th round. What I'd really like to see, I don't know if it will happen, what I'd really like to see is snagging Cooper Kupp in the 5th and then coming back around and having Jalen Hurts sitting there in the 6th. You can't draft Herbert, he's a keeper. Come on now. There we go. So while they're resetting, we'll go through some of the stuff. I am looking for a new league name. Not league name, team name for my league. I've been rocking with the Pandemic at the Disco for a few years now. Chase is a keeper too. I've been rocking Pandemic at the Disco for a few years now, and I think it's time to switch it up. So if you got any ideas, any thoughts, any play on words out there, just go ahead and share them. Let me know. Most up-commented, most liked comment, we'll make that the team name. And we'll go from there. Damn, Mike Williams came off the board. I was hopeful. It's okay. We still got Courtland Sutton's there. Courtland Sutton, Jalen Hurts. I don't know why anybody with Josh Jacobs this year. I think Josh Jacobs is going to lose his job this year. Same with David Montgomery. I think David Montgomery loses his job fairly early this year, about week 6. So, let me go ahead and, while they're doing this, let's go through some of this stuff I like from Fantasy Pros here. So Cam Akers is a keeper. We're going to go ahead and remove him completely, simply because he is a keeper. I'm going to remove Montgomery completely because I just don't. He's not a player I want this year at all. At all. But it shows you suggested players. You can set a draft strategy. You can set how many players you want to look at a time. So, DK Metcalf came off the board. Deontay Johnson came off the board. David Montgomery came off the board, so that's fine. Deontay and David Montgomery are both people I was avoiding. I'm avoiding pretty much every Seahawk possible this year. George Kittle, that was a good choice. Good choice coming off the board in round 5. Dak Prescott in round 5, interesting choice. Especially with them just losing their left tackle. His points per game without their left tackle is down like 2 or 3 points per game on average. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're a 22-point quarterback dropping to a 19-point quarterback, that's the difference between being a QB1 and a QB2. So, interesting choice to grab him this early, but not my team. Let other people make mistakes and you profit off of them. Aaron Rodgers. Really? Aaron Rodgers in round 5. I have done multiple picks. Multiple mocks. And I've never seen Aaron Rodgers go in the top 5. Dallas Goedert in the top 5 rounds is beyond me. Jalen Hurts. All right, so we lose out on Hurts, but that's fine. We will be able to pick some solid quarterbacks later. We'll have stronger depth on our teams because of it. So we just need Raider Nation here to pick, and then we can land Cooper Kupp in our 5th round, and then we can get back to drafting. There's Amon-Ra St. Brown still there, Courtland Sutton still there, both of which I'm pretty high on. I do find it funny that Jalen Waddle is still sitting there because it looks like nobody wants to touch Jalen Waddle. Darren Waller coming off the board. I'm concerned about Darren Waller in that offense, but his talent level is what stops me from being super concerned. There goes Courtland Sutton. Damn it. All right. But we're doing okay. We got 3 good running backs. We got 2 solid wide receivers. We'll see what comes back around to us. Yeah, we definitely got a lot of depth still there at quarterback. Joe Burrow's still there. Tom Brady, Russell Wilson, Trey Lance, Stafford are all still there. Running back gets a little bit thinner. But you got A.J. Dillon, Chase Edmonds, both are sneakier plays for me this year. Wide receivers. Tight ends. Okay, we got a couple good ones still there too. So we're not in a bad spot. Not in a great spot, but we're not in a bad spot. I keep kind of leaning towards St. Brown right now. But there's also A.J. Dillon right there. And if I can snag A.J. Dillon, who is going to be a solid running back on his own, and heaven forbid something happens to Aaron Jones, then I've got solidified top 5 running back. So let's see. If he picks A.J. Dillon, I'm not sure which way I'm going to go yet. But if he doesn't pick A.J. Dillon, I'm going to snag A.J. Dillon right here. It's deeper at wide receiver, so I can wait a little bit longer. T.J. Hawkinsmith. All right, that's fine. Thank you very much. I'll take A.J. Dillon, and we'll keep it moving. Okay, so now I've got 4 running backs. I need to kind of focus on wide receivers, tight ends, and quarterbacks. So this was actually nice. Not even trying to do this, just going strictly off of guys I like and stuff I like. But I currently have nobody with the same buy. Wasn't trying to do it. Wasn't trying to set it up like that. But if it works, right? So Marquise Brown comes off the board there. I am fairly surprised that Waddle is still there. I don't know. With Waddle, I think I've got him projected around 219 points. The only 2 people still on the board that are higher rated for me would be Michael Thomas and Brandon Cooks. So, a little interesting that he's still there. It looks like these guys are running off of ESPN's rankings instead of building their own, which is interesting to me. I think Pittman was a keeper. Yeah, Pittman was a keeper. There goes Jalen Waddle. So I figured that was going to happen sooner or later. Singletary, the running back, interesting choice there. I can see Schultz coming off the board right there. Singletary's interesting for me. The Buffalo running back situation's been very precarious the past few years as far as picking a... that sucks, Juju going off the board. Picking who's going to be the guy each week. So that's an interesting one for me. But nevertheless, it's still a good pick if you think Singletary is going to be the number one in running back in Buffalo, because that's going to be a high-powered offense. It's going to be a good offense this year. Looking at the board, I'm surprised Brandon Cook's still around. I'm surprised St. Brown's still around. Akers is a keeper. I'm surprised St. Brown's still around. There's a couple guys that are fairly surprising that are still there. I think we might make a push here into the wide receiver. Once this comes back around, I might go wide receiver, or wide receiver, tight end, maybe even get a quarterback this round. So I'm 4 running backs deep. I'm got 2 wide receivers. I definitely need to get at least 1 wide receiver. Tight end, I'm not super pressed on. Yeah. Tight ends I want to get around round 9. So in round 7. So we got another couple picks there. Quarterbacks, might want to make sure I grab at least 1 quarterback this turn. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. There goes St. Brown, which sucks, but it's okay. Brandon Cooks is still on the board there. Gabriel Davis just came off the board. So there's a small run on some wide receivers here. Michael Thomas is still there too, which I'm a little surprised by. But I understand he's got the history of the soft tissue issues and all that, but I'm a little surprised he's still there. Allen Robinson's still there too. But do I really want to double up wide receivers from the same team? Chris Godwin's still there. Let's see, is there any updates on Chris Godwin? So it's got solids there. Let's see what Michael Thomas is listed.
The magic is calling.
Dameon Pierce, nice little snag. I definitely thought he was going to go later, personally, but Hunter Renfro's still there. With Josh McDaniels, I think Hunter Renfro is going to do some things, especially with Devontae Adams and Waller there. They'll be able to pull a lot of coverage off of him. And that'll lead to a lot more one-on-one scenarios. And I don't know if you've watched Renfrow play, but he is that dude in that offense. He is that dude. So if we're going strictly off of talent, he's probably not where he... Okay, so Cooks came off the board. So I've got Michael Thomas, Chris Godwin. Let's see who we got. I got Allen Robinson. Something's just telling me if I snag Michael Thomas here, he could win me this league. That offense is going to be insane. So I'm going to snag Michael Thomas here. It's a little bit of a gamble in case Michael Thomas's issues continue with him, but snagging him at the position where I have him, I'm not depending on him every week, so could be a good one for me. Could be a very good one for me. So next up, coming back around, Chris Godwin's there, Allen Robinson, Hunter Renfrow, Drake London, Adam Thielen. Let's see what quarterbacks are still left. Kyler is still there. Tom Brady's still there. Russell's still there. Trey Lance is still there. Stafford's still there. I am curious what does. So even they say Tom Brady should be better than Kyler. I don't know. Kyler's just one of those that, for some reason, I just keep saying no to. I just keep saying no to Kyler. Chase Edmonds is still here. Allen Robinson got snagged, which kind of saw that coming. I feel like, based off of how the draft is going, I need to probably snag Tom Brady here. So I'm in that section where I like to get. I'm in that section where I like to get the my quarterback, if not back to back, kind of one, then a pick, then another. This is where I like to double up on my quarterbacks in that 8, 9, 10 range. So I think we'll probably go with Tom Brady unless he's picked right here. If he's picked right here, then that's going to throw me for a little bit of a loop. We'll probably go with Hunter Renfrow if Tom Brady's picked here. I would like to say Chris Godwin, but I just don't know with him right now. If I can grab Chris Godwin on my way back around to pair with Tom Brady, Yeah, Michelle should have gotten Chase in the 8th, which leaves Allen Robinson still open. I'll probably still pick Tom Brady. I'll probably still pick Tom Brady. Just go ahead and cue him back up. Of course, watch. This will be the year that Tom Brady doesn't have a typical Tom Brady season. All right, so Tom Brady. There we go. Raider Nation took Kyler right after me. I can see that. He was slipping, but Kyler's one of those I just don't trust. I just don't. Devontae Smith is still out there at wide receiver. See, this is why I was comfortable with going running backs as heavy as I did early. Is because there's still players like Devontae Smith out there, Drake London, Adam Thielen, Hunter Renfrow, Allen Robinson, Chris Godwin, just across the board. Hold on one second. We will be right back with you. All right, so let's catch back up. After Kyler, Elijah Moore went, then Russell Wilson went. So, thanks to my wife, we got some Zaxby's for the draft. You always got to keep the fuel up. Got to keep it going. Kareem Hunt in round 8 is interesting, considering he's asked the team for a trade. So I don't know if personally I would have picked him, but it is what it is. Hunter Renfrow came off the board. Not surprising. And then there goes Chris Godwin. Interesting. Cordell. God, I always mess his name up. Cordarrelle Patterson came off the board this early. I actually have Cordell losing his job this season. So I'm a little surprised Chase Edmonds still on the board for running backs. Simply because that offense is going to create a lot of space for him. A lot of space for him. You got that many deep threats, that underneath ball is just going to be there. And Tua has shown that he can check down, and he will check down. So, surprised. Now, this league does do a cap on positions, which I kind of hate, but you can only have 5 running backs, 5 wide receivers, 3 tight ends, 3 quarterbacks, so on and so forth. But if Chase Edmonds is still there when we pick, we're probably going to take Chase Edmonds. And then we'll just play best running back, tight end, and quarterback on the board for the rest of the draft until the last rounds. Because in the last rounds is where we will unfortunately have to pick our kicker and tight end because this league requires it. You have to have a full lineup when you're done drafting. If your league doesn't require it, think about not doing it, because you could just pick up a streamer every week for those positions. And you can pick up an extra piece for depth in case one of your guys gets injured before the season starts. So, little helpful tip, helpful advice. There goes Chase. So, interesting. Somebody took a defense this early? Are you kidding me? Sometimes my league really surprises me with some of the stupid stuff they do. I'm almost going to have to take Allen Robinson if he's there when it comes back to me. Allen Robinson, Devontae Smith are both high on my board. I guess Allen Robinson it is. Looks like I'm riding and dying with the LA Rams this year. At least with their wide receiver core. So let's see. I could go back up. Go back up quarterback here. Tight end. I still need wide receiver depth, running back depth. Trey Lance is still out there, and I think he's going to do some wild things this season. Nobody really needs a tight end between me and them. Let me see what the other teams have, though, right now. Looks like I might be the only team without a tight end so far. Yeah, I'm the only one without a tight end, so maybe I don't have to rush the pick on a tight end. Maybe I could snag Trey Lance as a backup quarterback for myself. Waiting on tight end means I'm going to be kind of playing my cards tight with that. But Tom Brady and then Trey Lance, with the ability of Trey Lance to put up the points. I could also grab Stafford and stack him with So I got 4 more bench spots, a starting tight end, a kicker, and a defense that I got to draft. Okay, so do I go with Stafford, who is a little bit more questionable right now with this elbow, but I have the pieces, or do I go with Trey Lance, who could be like a rookie year Cam Newton? So we also got tight end we need to get, and Zach Ertz. Let's just go ahead and get our tight end. Be safe. Ayuk fell this far. Interesting. DeAndre Hopkins is still there. I could snag him. Ooh, I could snag DeAndre if he gets back to me. Yeah, let me go ahead and queue him up just in case. Stafford got picked. Figured that was going to happen. It's okay, I'm higher on Trey Lance than I am Stafford. Olave is still there as well. I like Olave a lot. Damn it. Olave just came off the board. It's over if I can get DeAndre and Trey Lance. Over. This league won't know what hit them. James Robinson's coming off the board now. James Cook is still down there. Interesting. Chargers defense. So people are starting to pick defenses. Please, y'all keep doing that shit. James Cook just came off the board. Brian Robinson, that's fine. Y'all fucked around. Now I got DeAndre. That's going to be a late season push for me. I don't need him early on. It's a little stash-a-roo for me. But when Hop gets back, I'll have DJ Moore, Cooper Kupp, Hop, and Michael Thompson. And Allen Robinson. It's a deep running back group. So let me just go ahead and queue up Trey Lance for myself. Damn it, Herbert. Really? Brandon, are you watching my shows? You in there? Stop watching my shows, Brandon. I'm kidding. Watch them. But it seems like we are getting the same information. I was hoping to take him a little later. And Michelle took Trey Lance off me. Damn. All right. It's okay. There's still some good quarterbacks in there. Derek Carr still available. Kirk Cousins still available. Trevor Lawrence is still available. Irv Smith's still there. So we're all right. We're okay so far. Kirk Cousins is still available. So I'm done with wide receivers. Can't draft any more of those. Should probably definitely grab a tight end here. Pittsburgh's tight end. Of course, the guy named Raiders Nation drafts Derek Carr. No surprises. Excuse me. Sorry about that, folks. That's empty. So we're down to the ending rounds of this draft. So I'm going to pause it now. We'll get back with you once the draft is over. This is just the boring final little bit of it. Be right back with you. Alright, so now we're back. Draft is over. Let's take a look at our team here. We've got Tom Brady, DeAndre Swift, Saquon Barkley, Travis Etienne, DJ Moore, Cooper Kupp, Zach Ertz, Buccaneers defense, Tyler Bass. We've got DeAndre Hopkins, Allen Robinson, Michael Thomas, A.J. Dillon, Pat Freiermuth, Jamal Williams, and Jameis Winston. So something that my league has is an IR spot. Oh, damn. Come on. I'm supposed to be able to move suspended players down here. I guess that's not open yet. Well, that sucks. Yeah, that's not open yet. But is what it is. Looking ahead, fairly excited about this team. Didn't go exactly the way I wanted it to go, but drafts never do. So stick with us. We'll manage it throughout the season, bring you in on every decision we make, and just see what we can do every week. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff down below. Yep. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Ready.